might work on these rear quarter extensions and this chrome. Let's see where these go in. Where these go in here. Basically, that's bare like pot metal. I need to figure out where that screw hole goes, and then once that's in, put a screw hole in that body down here where that would mount. But I think I'm gonna end up snapping these things, because when this chrome trim is on this, let me just set it up to where we can see here. When this chrome trim is on this, I have a monster gap there. So I don't know if this was beat up in the process, but I think I'm gonna take out some of this Bondo and bend that chrome. I was going about it the wrong way. Like this one fits a lot better, but still it needs some tweaking. Is if that goes all the way down there, I still have a gap across there, and I don't like that. But this is like pot metal, so I think if I try to heat this and bend that to where it keeps this same shape, I'm gonna snap it. So you might see me snap it on video here in a little bit. Stick around. Alright, I'm asking my father's advice unsolicited. I haven't discussed it with him. Let's see what his plan is for this to get the chrome fitting right. So tell me,
the chrome,
this outside edge of this chrome, if it's bolted on, it's just about perfect.
Oh, that goes on there.
No, it goes underneath.
Oh, it goes underneath.
So,
oh, there's no holes drilled.
Correct, because that's a new tail. So, but look at this and tell me this does not fit if that's kind of on that edge and that's up on that edge.
This is your factory original, and so's this.
Yes.
Then I'm sure it's been that way since it was new.
Well, I'm saying it kind of goes on that lip. It goes up over the lip. It covers that edge.
Oh, I see.
But it's not the same shape. That's what I'm saying. So look at the reveal at the top.
Yeah.
So what is your solution to make that chrome fit that body piece that now fits this quarter?
Well, I would not touch the chrome. You go to bend on that chrome, it's gonna pop.
I already said that in the video.
I would just put a little fill in here to fill that in.
I know.
I mean, it's just a little bit.
What do you think if I heated this?
No.
With a torch and just kind of bent it a little? It's just gonna snap.
It's just gonna snap. It's pot metal. It's just gonna pop. If you had another one, it was junky, I would say try it.
I think it's like $200 for a pair of those or more.
Yeah.
It might be $175 aside for that chrome piece.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm like.
And I don't think you can bend it because it'll pop.
I know, almost just tightening it down. It's under tension.
I'd fill that in.
Fill that up to
probably
that
most
point.
People would they put it on there and that's how it would fit.
And you have a gap.
You have a gap.
I don't.
If you could probably look at a show car, it may have a gap.
I know we've seen tons of real Shelbys like Mustangs, just that the body lines don't match. And this one's a little better.
Oh yeah, it's better.
But you can
see I would live with that one.
I just don't like it.
Yeah, but this is not a millimeter precise. It's an automobile. It never was that way from the factory.
I want my millimeters and centimeters.
This line here, it's
absolutely perfect.
It never looked that good from
the factory. It's actually a little bit farther out at the bottom, and I'm not really thrilled with it. I'm gonna redo the whole car.
Yeah. No, that's
automobiles.
You could probably live with that, but
I think I'm filling it.
No, so I would fill this one a little bit, but I wouldn't mess with the other one.
Okay.
Because it wouldn't take much to make that look a lot better.
I just don't like that.
Oh, I know.
So I'm going to look at some pictures of my original tail panel and see if it has where the hole was exactly, how high on that ridge.
Yeah.
So I know to drill towards the top instead of getting it down where I end up seeing a hole that I have to weld up and fill later anyway. So Anyway,
True.
that's an idea. Gonna take my father's advice. Don't tell him.
I heard that.
Hey. And I'm going to get these. Actually, if you want to grab a marker out of that pop and just mark where I need to fill. That is sitting pretty good, so right, not there, but right there, yep. And hold on, let me move it where it goes a little better. So there, and almost to the end, yep, probably about there. You can see the gap. So I just need to fill that.
Just a little bit.
I might need to fill, no, that's, you can see with that pushed down, I don't know if you can see on the camera the light through it. That's gonna be that one. I will fill, and I will feel much more happy about that. And then this guy, if he's down there, and that's fit, you kind of see.
Oh, that's a bad one.
Yep, down to there at least, yeah. So I'm gonna try
very,
to.
very heavy in here.
Yep, okay. And then I think that'll be fitting way mo better.
Yeah, you just
It's just a funky fit
yeah.
that I don't know if I'm gonna get it as perfect as I like. You can see on the camera, it's just got a gap I'm not thrilled with there.
Yeah.
So I'll get some Bondo on it. And you know what? This one has more of an angle to it. So, but if I bend that more, this thing's gonna break.
Yeah, you don't want to bend it.
I mean, it already had a crack in it. That's what a little bit of this filler was for, to fix the break that was in it. So I think it might just fall down a little more, and that's why this isn't fitting right. Is this maybe got over tightened or something and torqued it the wrong way? I
remember it had been hit in the back end because they replaced the tail panel.
True. So, okay, so I need to go there to there and fill that and make that more flat. Which, oh, this is longer because, yeah, these ends broke off because it's pot metal.
Yeah.
This pot metal end broke off of these two, so I had to thread and rethread and put this in there threaded, and then I glued it as well. So that's why this stands up taller than this one, because it's got homemade connectors inside of it. So,
right.
Okay, well, this does come more flat. That's more angled, so that is why this isn't fitting like it should.
Right.
So, and I need to take Bondo out of here. So let's take this and get rid of that. And
cool.
More here. More there. Okay, cool. Well, I'll go time lapse and I'll put some Bondo and I'll shape and we'll do all kinds of stuff. Stay tuned. Look at this mess. It is terrible, but it's gonna be beautiful. That little buddy's gonna eat. He's got lots to eat. Like I say, every time I slather Bondo on everything, 95% of it's gonna come out of there until I get it just fit right. So that's where those stand for now. Until next time. All right, today on Clark's Place, we're gonna fix a mistake that I made. I was thinking that these that I bondoed up yesterday, you see these guys. I was thinking that these went on and then the chrome nestled right next to it. Well, how they actually go, I was watching Mecum last night and saw Daytona, 69 Daytona, and they didn't match up good on it, but this actually sits inside of this. So it goes right in there somewhere. And I can see this line, if you look there. That is where it goes into the chrome piece that attaches to the trunk, but the chrome doesn't go. You can see that little edge sticking out there. The chrome doesn't go on the trunk deck that goes up and down. Which this will nestle in a little bit more once I get all that stupid Bondo out of there. I think it's gonna sit right about there where it's perfectly even coming down and right even with that. So I'll have a little bit of shaping to do maybe, but trying to set it on top definitely doesn't work. So we will revisit these and take all of the Bondo off of it. So little buddy gets to eat today. All right, let's get to eating. So let's see how this chrome piece fit. Oh, this is broken, so what do you know? It'll just kind of nestle down in there, attached to the body, and be fine. I gotta take out some of that junk there. Yeah, I think it's gonna be fairly close. I need to eat that Bondo out of that. So yeah, I think every bit of the Bondo needs to come out, and it just nestles right inside and lives right in there. Let's see, that's the right size width at the top there. That's even with the edge, and it comes down and it's even with the edge down here. So very close, with a little bit of gap in between it. It will be just Jim Dandy. So yeah, not the best. Just not loving it. It's like that is too wide there. I don't know, I'm gonna get this, the extension on the car, and I'm gonna lay this in after I put the trunk piece in. So I believe the trunk chrome goes along here, all along this edge, and with it being there, that other chrome piece ties in right here underneath the extension. So I'm gonna play with it. I'm gonna eat the Bondo off of this other one. See, I made a mess here. Eat all the Bondo off of this. See how this one, eat all that. See how this one fits underneath it. And then get the rear chrome trim out, put it in, then maybe put these on and see where these fit, and then drill these holes out so I could actually put that pot metal screw through. Hopefully I don't break those in the process. And then maybe polish this chrome. This probably gets painted black. This area you can see almost looks a little bit frosted here. I think that probably gets black because the whole rear panel of this gets painted black. So around the taillights is all black, and around the key lock there. So I'll cut now, eat this out, and get my chrome, see what we can do with it. So stay tuned. Alright, basically just threw off some of the Bondo there from the last one and commence the Bondo eating. And really taking it down here. getting the edge wasn't allowing the chrome to kind of nestle in there, so just working around that edge and test fitting it back, forth, left, right, up and down like usual. And there you can kind of just see it just really eating it out of there. And test fitting, just keep on test fitting and chewing it out, and rinse, repeat. Boy, it made a mess there, golly. And that's about it for this. Alright, so Bondo all eaten. Chrome pieces. And now I've had this chrome tied up for 2 years, but I think I have two tail panel chromes in here. That we'll see how nice they are. Looks like somebody did a halfway decent job wrapping these up. Alright, here's my buddies in question, I believe. Get off of me, kid, you bother me. Alright, let's check her out. I would say the one with the red paint was originally on it. That looks like my original color red paint. And that looks pretty good. Goes right to the side. Might need a little bit of coaxing to get in there all the way in perfect. Yeah, let me set this aside. Needs a little flex. Oh, I can see a bend in it. Yeah, this has gotten smashed. You can see that's smashed there. Maybe this one's better. Yeah, this one seems like it fits on there tighter, nicer. Might even have a little better chrome. Maybe that's why I bought this. Yeah, it's got a little dinker there too. I don't know if you can make out across that's dented or the other one's dented. Oh yeah, that one's been bumped. I don't know, I might be able to play with that, straighten it. We'll see, but this one does look nicer. And this recessed edge I'm thinking is what gets painted black, but I don't know. It might just be this top edge that stays chrome. This has kind of a little frosted look to it too, like that was painted a different color at some point. So I think there's where it should be. So if I get that in tight, screwed in, I can bring my other little chrome pieces right up to them here and at least get the line where they go. So those are the next steps. I put little dots where I want the chrome to actually be pushed up to. You can see the little dots in there. Dot, 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 duck, duck, goose, all the way across. So I've got little dots. So I'm gonna time warp it, drill out some holes, and attach this chrome so I can see how the chrome should be around those, and get everything bolted up and nice and spaced and adjusted to where after it's painted I just bolt the stuff on. That's the plan, at least. We'll see. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, see all that raw metal? I had to beat that corner down in for that chrome to come over this lip. It kind of had a curve up, so I had to smash that down on both sides. You can see I just chipped all that primer out of there, so this would actually be flat so that chrome piece could come across the top there. So get it adjusted now before it's in paint. And sorry here, I didn't edit this out, but I go back and forth and grab the actual punch that I'm running along the edge there, and I punched where I was going to screw, or not screw, but drill out the holes for each of the areas where the rear chrome goes. And then you saw me with the little hammer. I just hammered in the sides a little bit more, and then the drill, it was pretty quick there, just went zip, zip, zip all the way down. So now I'm grabbing some stainless steel screws, the ones that I will use to actually install the chrome when it's all said and done. And there I'm just kind of test fitting and trying to get the lip of that quarter extension chrome to go behind the chrome that's on the tail there. And it's a quirky little fit, so if you're watching this to see how actually the tail goes together on your restoration, you've kind of got to have it really loosely screwed in so you can pull out that rear chrome and then push in the quarter extension chrome and then get it lined up to where you're going to figure out where that hole is. So that's kind of what I'm doing, is getting a rough guesstimate where it needs to be and then actually drilling out the hole. And I ended up drilling it way too big, which you'll see here in a little bit. But then that chrome there, what you just saw me grinding, I set it on the edge of the rotisserie there. The back side of that chrome was really thick, so I laid it there, and then just with a grinder just took, I don't know, maybe 1/8 of an inch out of the back side of that metal, so it would actually go in that little curved area and nestle back in there. You can see I'm looking for screws on the bottom. I dropped them several times here in this video, but really just honing it in, dialing it in, getting it pushed back in there where it goes, and end up working out really good. So hope yours does too. Okay, kind of tricky, but this piece goes behind this chrome piece. You can see I've got a little bit, you see that little hole? I gotta weld that shut now, because when I originally anticipated it, I drilled it too high, and then to get this to fit, to come down in there and actually be recessed, I had to grind a little bit of the backside of this to get it to go in there nice to where that was all really a nice reveal along there. And it had to come down in order to nestle in and not make this angle up here with this chrome piece all weird. So you can see now when you look down that chrome piece, that's all the same line there. So getting there, one side done. All right, so back to the right side here and pretty much doing the same thing. I think I followed the exact same instructions I gave myself on the left side and just loosened the chrome there, pulled it out to where I could push that quarter extension chrome behind the trunk area chrome there. And there I am grinding the back side of that so it could actually go in. Don't know if that was a factory look that it kind of stuck out a little bit farther, but I wanted it to be in as nestled and as tight as possible. And I think Pops jumps in here and helps me kind of fit it up here. But yeah, I think he held it, and then I pushed the little thing to pop a little place and drilled a hole and got it to where it was actually fitting where it should be. So yeah, there I am screwing it in there. So ended up with a really nice straight line all the way across the back of it. So awesome job, guys. Yep. All right, take that, put that on there, see how that goes. Get it nice and flush at the top. Yep, it's going to be perfect. So I fit it perfect to the body, which you can see the line, it's really tight. It gets a little gasket that goes in there. And then that, I guess, is how they go. Yep. Just like that. And I've got that little bit of welding to do on the top of that, which I may make that hole. I may or may not film that. I may do a little time lapse of that too. You can take that one, set it in the trunk, and hold this one up. This one's the one I had to fashion the new screws. And that should fit to the body really well as well. Yep.
Oh yeah, it does.
With the little gasket in there, it's gonna have the perfect gap.
Got the same reveal pretty close.
And got pretty much the same reveal on, so this will be like a satin or a flat black. I haven't decided, so I'll probably tape off, pull that off. I'll probably just spray all this, all this to maybe that line there with that it's body color, and then all this tailgate satin up to here, and maybe come across here and do this black as well. I don't know.
I don't know how they
I'll have to look at somebody with their trunk popped, or if somebody has a picture of their 69 Charger, how it's painted, the blackout tail, or a color code, or if it's satin or if it's black. We just saw a Superbird on the Mecum last night that showed me that these weren't connected to this.
Daytona, I think.
Yeah, it was a Daytona, and that gave me the idea here. So maybe somebody's got a 69 Charger or 69 Super B or something that has the blackout tail that can show me how the paint goes in here. So because we're getting close to being ready for that. That's all for now. All right, last looks for fender extensions. Broke out the welder, closed this up here, just welded the top edge of this hole, and then got all the grinder out and just ground all this perfectly flat. Again, you can see it's all metal there, so the extension will go here. The chrome covers this top edge of this right here, and then you see a little bit of this metal, so it'll be flat black in there. And did that on both sides, so we are squared away. I don't know if you can tell that that's perfect, but I just closed the top edge of that hole, so it'll still go through there and mount. It's got a little hole there. I don't know if you can make it out in the videos here, but you can this one, I'm sure. So my chrome trim is finally all in, and then you can see I ate all the Bondo off of these guys here. So all the Bondo's gone pretty much, and I'm gonna probably put it in primer and then scuff it and make sure side to side they both look real good, because this one did have a little bit more of an angle, but they fit the body really perfectly. So I don't know if you could make that out in previous videos, but I think I'm gonna call it done with the fender extension or quarter extension fitting and chrome gapping. It's gonna be pretty. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.